Well, hi guys, welcome back to Tactical Review. So, we have now spent at least 2, maybe 3 videos in some form or fashion questioning the viability of the Terminus Optics TOC1. And I'm ashamed to tell you today that part of the problems, a big part of the problems, were me. No, a part was me. It was me. You see, I took special care to make sure that I had put blue Loctite on the rail screws, torqued that down to specification for an aluminum accessory onto an aluminum rail, and came out and proceeded to shoot the snot out of it for a little while. And as you know, I was chasing zero. I'd get close and then it would migrate. The last time I was out trying to zero this optic, I was out here with my daughter. And I fired 3 shots and they were low and right by about an inch in both dimensions. And the group was about 2 inches across at 50 yards. Some of that could have been the shooter, so I make a small adjustment. I take it 2 clicks to the left and 2 clicks up, and I fired another group, and it was even lower, even righter, and it was about 7 inches across that group. So I did 3 more shots with no adjustment, and one point of the triangle was in the same spot from the previous group. So I used that point to factor for my next adjustments. And it was like, I don't know, something stupid, 24 left and 15 up, or so I don't remember exactly. And I fired 3 more shots, and I could have covered all 3 shots with probably a nickel. And the leftmost of those shots was just breaking the center circle. So I did 1 more click to the left. And my next group was once again about 7 inches across, and it was super low and now super left. And I was getting frustrated, and I went to reach for the rifle to pick it up and adjust my windage and elevation again. And I bumped the pistol grip. And when I did, because you know, you've got your brass deflector here and your forward assist. So it's sitting like this and it bumped. And the optic body rattled around in the mounts. You guys deserve a better caliber of presenter. And yet you choose to come back and keep watching me. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that was the big stupid. I'm going to guess that even when you buy an $800 ACOG, that you want to double check the mount screws, between the ones between the mount and the optic body. Go ahead, double check that they're torqued to spec, maybe put some Loctite on there. Definitely if you are buying an $80 knockoff of an $800 optic, make sure that you check the torque specs, not just on your 1913 connection, but between the mount and the optic. So I tightened that down, I've re-zeroed it, and we're going to do a little bit more shooting today. I think I put 150 or 200 rounds downrange yesterday off camera. And I've got a target set up, we're going to do a little bit of shooting and just see what our zero's looking like. So I thought I'd bring you along, confess my stupidity, and just see how we're going. Overall, I've got to say, I really am enjoying this optic. Would I use it for a true combat self-defense piece? Probably not. I mean, if the crap really hit the fan, I guess it wouldn't make that big of a deal. But overall, I'm really enjoying it. I'd like to get I think it's the TA11. I've talked about this before. The one with the 2.5-inch eye relief. It's only 3.5 power instead of 4 power, and I'm talking about a real ACOG, not another knockoff. So anyway, while we are revisiting things, I am noticing on this Vism rail that I've got some bits of finish flaking off. That is literally my only complaint on this since February, and I'm filming this the first weekend in September here. So anyway, let's get set up, get some eyes and ears on, and put some lead down range. Now yesterday, once again, I shoot cheap Wolf garbage ammo because it's cheap, and I like to send rounds downrange, and it still gets me the mechanical part of that. Today I'm going to be shooting some 55 grain American Eagle brass to get something that's should be a little bit more reliable, a little more accurate than Wolf, especially Wolf in 223. If this was an AK, I would have no hesitation of shooting Wolf 7.62. But with the ARs, again, I've not had any reliability issues. It may be harder on the extractor. All I've seen are some keyholing where I think I've gotten some of the 5.45 pills instead of 5.56, and it's dirty. But so I wouldn't use it for extreme accuracy, but for plinking, absolutely. 2 thumbs way up. I would rather play 19 cents a round than 29 cents a round. That said, next time I see some brass that's not M855 going for 25, 26 cents a round, I may pick up a case. And that might even include some Wolf Gold. I keep hearing good things about that. I've not bought any yet. Well, with the target camera, you guys have already seen what happened. I just watching through this 4 magnification. Again, I'm just on the 25-yard range. That's why we're hitting low. I did notice that because I'm sighted in for 50 yards, so we're going to have a couple inches of offset there. Everything looked good. I'm willing to say those flyers are the shooter, but let's head down there and take a look, huh? So, and if you're hearing any beeping in the background, please ignore it. There's no power out here at the range, and my portable battery pack is yelling at me. So it looks like it's about time to wrap up filming. And you can see here, all right, again, my point of aim was here. I'm on a 25-yard range with a 50-yard zero. So that's the kind of offset I would expect to see. And yeah, there's some shot stringing here. I'm not the best shot in the world. All right, I was rushing some of those. Getting a little twitchy, but I'm going to say that has held zero. We got a couple flyers out here. I'm going to say this is really our main group, okay? And should it be tighter than that? Well, of course it should be tighter than that. That's the shooter. I don't think it's the optic. I'm sure it's not the rifle. The M&P Sport 2 is, M&P 15 Sport 2 is definitely more accurate than that would indicate. I'm going to be willing to bet that any firearms I pick up are more accurate than the shooter. So anyway, we're going to keep beating up on it. We're going to keep throwing rounds down range, but we've now held zero across probably a month. It's been a while since I figured out what was going on and zeroed it in. And 3 or 4 range trips, you know, in and out of the rifle case, in and out in the back of vehicles, bouncing down the roads out here in the country, and a couple hundred rounds now. So, yeah, on your play toy range gun, until I find out otherwise, Terminus optics, TOC1, I like it. okay? Self-defense weapons, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Anything that goes between you and the ground is where you spend your money. That's tires, that's mattresses, that's shoes, and that's anything personal defense. Guys, thanks for watching. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so down here at my Patreon link. Or if you're watching on Gunstreamer, you can click the Contribute Us link down below and choose to support the channel at whatever amount you'd like to. Speaking of the channel, thanks for stopping by and watching this one. Please hit the like button, definitely subscribe, and if you're watching on YouTube instead of Gunstreamer, please make sure that you hit the notification bell or you're not going to see any indication that I've uploaded new videos. Guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, shoot straight, stay safe.